Hey, what's good, man? It's EC Pinch Out Podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy, back again with another special interview here with the one and only.
I like that.
All right, you like that little. But I want you to introduce yourself though, with the one and only.
What's up, guys? I'm Michelle Visa. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
No problem.
Visa
no problem.
approved.
No problem. Nah, I appreciate you though. I mean, look at the time right now, but you still made the effort to to pull up and kind of like be on here.
I mean, I be up all night sometimes. Sometimes I be up 24 hours. So
sometimes you be up 24 hours. That's legit though. I mean, shit. At least you grinding.
Yeah.
You're making something happen. So I mean, just tell the people like what's your socials like, so that way they can get to know you. They can get to follow you,
right,
and be able to know exactly what you do on a daily basis.
All right. It's at Michelle Visa. 2 L's in Michelle and then Visa, like the credit card, Visa. So Michelle Visa, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, well, X. They call it X now. Facebook, X, TikTok, IG, Threads, all Michelle Visa, YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got all the social media.
You have to have all the social medias.
Right.
You have to have them because there's different following for each one. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who religiously watch YouTube. That's their TV. That's where they get all the information. They watch YouTube. So you want to, you know what I mean? You want to try. It's hard, but you want to try to get on all of those platforms.
No. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So Michelle Visa, you could tell us, what do you do though?
Oh my gosh.
I know what you do, but they want to know too. But
I do so much. It's a list of things. Right now, I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. Buffalo Kids. Big shout out to, everybody from the 716.
Right.
That's where we at right now.
Right.
Radio personality, red carpet host, entrepreneur, a lot.
That's legit.
Movie. I started a movie. You know what I'm saying? Been an extra in some. It's a bunch of stuff. It's so much stuff. We're gonna get into
tomorrow,
it.
Right? You could go on and on till tomorrow.
I've had some memories. Even this past weekend, I've had some memories. So
yeah, that's legit.
Appreciate you for having me.
Nah, no problem. All right, so like I said, we're gonna start off with one of your songs.
Okay.
Well, which basically I ask you what song do you want us to play, and you say, go ahead and play
Love You Better. I picked Love You Better because that's like the most recent song that I put out.
Right.
It's been on the radio. It's been on Shade 45. Big shout out to DJ Superstar J. It's been on WBLK. Shout out to DJ at Night. Shout out to all the DJs that spent the record. It's called Love You Better. It's like a drill, fun, toxic relationship kind of song. Like if you know me or if you don't know me, I do like a lot of like hard stuff. So like boom bap and that kind of stuff. So this was different for me. This was fun. This was a record I felt like the radio would play. I love Mary J. Blige. We sampled Mary J. on the song. So Love You Better.
Shout out to Mary J. Blige. Did I say her name right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, man. Love You Better.
Thinking of me, he alone, I should charge you a fee. I'm in my bag, pimping with ease. She a fan, can't do it like me. Listen, I ain't gon' sweat you, just tryna love you better. I get mad, I get extra, but nobody kitty get wetter. She wanna compete for your love. I want you deep in me, love. Rose petals and tubs, shorty a lame, broken a scrub. Lay back, I'ma give you a rub. No cap, these niggas a dub. She ain't shit, seeing they fit. Real bum, finesse, no glove. I'ma go get it, get you a win. Bet on me, I'ma get you a M. Top tier, the creme de la creme. Down, bitch, what you need, I'ma spin. Dressed up or plain clothes. Big ass, big bank rolls. Match made, we got the same goals. That's what man, the gang knows. She calling and stressing you out. I wanna fuck and bust in your mouth. You ate, cleans in the home.
This song.
Hey, like she said.
It was fun. It's about relationships. It was just something we created to go with the, with the Love You Better Mary J theme. So shout out to them, Lil Kim. Like that was the inspiration for that song.
Right. I mean, that's legit though. That's legit. I mean, because as you know, in today's generation, a lot of the music are like this, like just toxic.
People like that stuff.
Kind of like fun, party vibe, club vibe. But that's good. That's good.
You gotta just make what I was torn. Like I said, I do a lot of boom bap. I do a lot of hard music. You know what I'm saying? Grimy beats. So it's like, it's kind of like I can do them all. So it's like, where do you go boom bap? Do you go, you know what I mean? Do you go Griselda or do you go Sexy Red? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but I guess you just got to do what makes you happy.
Right.
So at the end of the day, do whatever makes you happy.
That's the unique part of just being an artist. You do what makes you happy, and you do what makes. I mean, because every artist have their own crowd, you know. So like,
and I just hate how they try to put everybody against each other. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, or compare you to other people. Like you said, everybody has their own crowd, so people are gonna have their own fan base. So it's like, let people do what they want. Let them make the music they want to make, and what they're inspired by, and whatever the beat tell them. Because it's like I do all different type of music like that. Somebody right there, like she's trash. Like I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then I got, you know what I mean, Rome Streets or somebody telling me like, no, you fire. You know what I mean? You spitting. But it's like, it depends. You know what I mean? You just build your following. Your fans they're gonna love you, whatever.
Definitely. And so let's go ahead and start from the beginning. I mean, tell us where are you exactly from, and where did you grow up, and how did just the influence or just the music and everything just started?
All right, so I'm from Buffalo, New York. I've lived other places, but this is my hometown. This is where I've been. I lived different places when I was younger as a kid. But 716 Cold Spring, that's where I'm from, and I basically started. My dad was a bodyguard for Rick James, so that's kind of where I guess the music kind of influences. I mean, very, very young, but my dad used to like take me to the studio. He used to take me to his house. And are you familiar with Rick James?
Rick James, yeah, I've heard of.
He's a very famous singer from like I want to say maybe 70, 80, 90s, something like that.
I've heard of Rick James. Yep.
And then Dave Chappelle did the spoof on his show or whatever. But yeah, so like I play violin, saxophone. Like I've always been into music. I started way back. I had a rap group called the Troublemakers. I probably was like 8.
You know what's crazy? I did tune into your YouTube videos, and there was this one video where like you were sitting like I believe on the porch, either singing or rapping.
Probably was very old.
With like a group of your friends.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what's on my YouTube channel. I need to clean one of my channels. I used to I need to clean some of that stuff up. That stuff is old and crazy.
Yeah, because I wanted to just, check you out and come to conclusion on what I should ask you,
Yeah, do your research.
Exactly. So basically being raised in Buffalo, was that difficult for you? Because I know a lot of people usually have different experiences in certain cities, depending on the location, because Buffalo has west side, east side.
Right.
So was there any difficult times with just being here or not?
Oh, yeah. I think Buffalo is on the list for the poorest cities in America. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably in the top 10 or something like that.
Right.
But, yeah, so there's not many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. It's not, it's definitely hard. It's tough. It's still tough for a lot of people. Most people don't make, the average household is not making over 30, 35,000 a year. And it's like, how can you even survive off that? So yeah, it's tough. It's a struggle. Also with just trying to do entertainment, this is, I know it's up and coming and people are doing events, but there's no real influence from the industry in this area. So, you know what I mean? You have to feel like you have to get out, you have to travel, you have to, do your thing like that too.
Right, and that's actually something that one of the artists mentioned to me yesterday. How like there's all these big artists that came from Buffalo, who basically does not bring that light.
Oh, bring the light back.
Yeah, and do you think that's true though, as an artist yourself?
It's hard because as an artist, I had to learn that you are on your own. You can't be mad or feel any kind of way that nobody's supporting you. Right. You can't. You have to make them want to support you. You have to make them tap in. It's nobody's fault that they're not tapped in, but your own, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? So I had to start looking at things like that. As far as how could you shed light on the city? People could probably do a little bit more, but again, this is a very poor city. A lot of people need help.
A lot of people.
A lot of people need
It's
help.
not gonna be one artist. There's like 50 more artists lined up. You know?
Oh yeah, and
Which is crazy.
not to mention their family members. But I do feel like there's certain things that people could do, because I know not even just entertainment, not even just music, but people have done great things that are from from the modeling. They've been in the model world. They've been on the news. They've done great things, and they could do more, maybe camps or some kind of program to. Yeah, I guess in that aspect, yes. I personally would love to help, help the next generation. So yeah, more needs to be done to shed a light on these young people that are coming up, and give them some hope and some, what I'm saying, to let them know, hey, you can get out. So I would say it like that in that aspect. Yeah, definitely shed the light. We need more people pouring into these young people who's the next generation,
right,
and showing them more than what we had. You know what I'm saying?
And did you like start off with just music, or was there other things? Because people growing up, you have either sports, you're playing sports, you're doing this and that. Like
I played basketball.
Play basketball. You was nice at it.
I was a point guard. Yes, captain of my team by my senior year. Yes.
Okay, how many points did you average like every game?
I would say like 15.
15. I mean,
That's good for female, because
shooter.
Yeah, that's good for females too. Not saying, I mean, because high school too, it's just crazy. I was at a females high school game the other day. It was just wild. But I feel like, I was playing basketball. So, sometimes the female games are lower scoring than the guys. Like, and I say that respectfully, like no disrespect to any, women teams. But, usually it's generally.
Come after you.
No, please don't come after me. I didn't mean it like
after
that. I didn't mean that. And I love that. I feel like they need to show more light on, you know what I mean, the WNBA and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, basketball, I used to love basketball.
I used to love basketball. Yeah. And did you ever thought about playing basketball in college?
College was next level. That was around a time where I was like, okay, am I going to be an artist or am I going to be a ball player? Like, that's kind of where it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was next level. Like, them girls, like, I'm short. I'm short. I was fast, you know what I'm saying? But college is another level. Like, it's another level of playing. And if you are not serious and you're not training round the clock, you know what I'm saying? Off season, training around the clock, like, you won't be able to compete.
That's facts. That's facts. And me myself, I'm a former college athlete, so I can really tell you.
Yeah.
And you like full-time student, full-time athlete, so you're basically dedicating like your whole day just sports and books.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna. This is like right around the time I'm like, I'm gonna go to be an artist. Right. Also right now, like I lift weights, I go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I've been traveling the past couple of weeks, so I've been slacking. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm going back this week for sure. But I love lifting weights, strength training, HIIT training. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's fun. Still athletic.
And as you were making that decision to become either an artist or a basketball player or go to college and play basketball, did you have a difficult time doing that? Because a lot of people usually have like a challenge to kind of like differentiate or pick from the two, and either your family like supportive about it.
Yeah, my dad, he was coming. Like I would say I was not ready for college ball. I'm gonna just be honest. I was not training. I was not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was not prepared for it. So, and I was, like I said, it was like, okay, you wanna do music, you wanna play ball? Because you gotta pick one or the other. You can't, there's no way. But yeah, it was more or less like I just wasn't ready. If I would have trained and I would have focused and, you know what I'm saying, just got stronger, you know what I mean, ball handling or whatever I had to do to get to that next level, then I had to be serious about it, and I wasn't serious about it, not at that level.
No, I feel you. I mean, shit, at least you're doing something now that you love doing.
Yeah, I have a great time doing it. I love being on stage. I love performing. I'm actually thinking about just starting my own, people coming up after me, my own label. I have little young people, even in my family, who like, I want to do music, that I've been trying to give them some guidance on. So whatever happens, you know what I'm saying? I just love to be a part of it. I feel like once you stop dreaming and once you stop doing what you love or what makes you happy, you get old. It's like that Peter Pan syndrome. It's like you stop dreaming and you just, you know what I mean, get old. So I'm like, I want to keep dreaming. I want to, even if it evolves in other ways, like I want to be okay with that. So.
True. And just so you know, we all have like that one person that kind of like influences our style, our creative process and so on. Who was one of the artists in the game that kind of like influenced you in terms of like your style of music and just being yourself as an artist?
It's hard because like, and I'm inspired even today by everything I see. Like I'll see city girls like, oh, that video was fire. Look at how their clothes, look how it was shot. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't listen to that kind of music all the time, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
influences maybe like, it's hard because I had a lot of R&B influences like Lauryn Hill, Missy, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that who was like super creative and like really kind of like just did them and didn't really care unapologetically, like didn't care what anybody thought, like they was them. So I like those two ladies. Like I'm still I'm inspired by Cardi B. I'm inspired by, like, I don't really know what to say my style is because, you know, kind of in the industry you get put into a certain style of rapper. So
Right.
it's almost like it's hard when you're unsigned because you really don't know. Like I don't know what you would say my style is. Like I'm still trying to figure it out, I
No,
guess.
that's true. That's true.
So I'm inspired by all the ladies that I see on TV today, like seriously.
Right.
And before, like anybody who just paved the way, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you go all the way back to women from the 90s, Foxy Brown, Little Queen Latifah, to Nicki Minaj, to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Cardi, look at what Ice Spice and Sexy Red are doing. Like it's incredible what they've been able to do in such a short period of time.
Which is crazy. Even Glorilla.
Glorilla, yeah.
That's her name. Yeah, she's
I
like
like
short
her.
time. And
Yeah, very short.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
That's
once you
crazy.
go viral, it's like they're coming for you. Like they coming good or bad, they're coming. Once you go crazy viral like that, so if you're lucky enough to go viral,
They come heavy. They come looking for you.
oh yeah. I just learned that, like, you know, we all want to network and go out and do these things. I go to so many different events and I do
Right.
so much stuff, and I'm networking like crazy, meeting everybody and shaking hands and you know, networking, working. And sometimes I just learned, I heard Nick Cannon say, I thought it was pretty cool, that you don't always have to network. You can go home and perfect your craft, and then they're gonna come looking for you. So it makes sense. Like I've spent the last 6 weeks outside. Like I've been outside every day, every weekend, like traveling everywhere. Like, and I'm like, yes, made a lot of connections, definitely work. But now it's like, okay, now it's time to sit it down,
lock in.
perfect the craft, take everything that I learned and absorbed, and go hard. Like you got to lock down sometimes.
All right. And you seem like you're really good at that. I mean, just networking in general.
Yeah, networking is
I
easy.
followed you on your Instagram. I do see you have different celebrities on your page.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you kind of like get to that point? How did you kind of like build up your skill level of being like a great networker?
I've been doing it a long time. I've always been a smooth talker. Like I've been, you know what I mean? Like even when I was younger, I had a magazine I used to write. Then I was interviewing people. I was like 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like talking to people. I've been performing, like I said, the troublemaker since 8. So I just learned how to, you know, speak to people. And it's so crazy because I'm really like a very to myself kind of
Person, right?
shy, introverted person, but you have to get in character. You have to, you know what I mean? I can also be extroverted, and I can, you know what I mean? I can get right in the middle of a thing and just make moves, make it happen. So I just learned over the years, but even developing like fluency with interviews and stuff like that came with practice and over time and thinking off questions off the top of the head. And because red carpets can be crazy. You got people coming down, celebrity. You don't know who's coming down, and you like sometimes you go blank. Like, so, you know, I've just learned over the years how to do it.
Nah, seriously. And shout out to Hip Hop Weekly.
Hip Hop Weekly.
You work there, right?
Yeah, I was working with them. I haven't been doing much. I know they're doing like a rebranding,
Right.
but I haven't been doing much with those guys. But yo, we did so much. We did so much together. Like that was a great experience.
How was the experience standing on the red carpet, like you said, and then you have this
Hot.
like big celebrity, I mean, artist or
hot.
whatever, just stepping right next to you?
Yeah, and then it's like so they'll go down, like the publicist will go down the line, like, okay, well, we come in, I'm gonna bring her to you. They'll go at certain publications, like Hip Hop Weekly held weight, so I was always like, and it doesn't hurt that I look nice, so it's like, okay, we're coming here. Some people get walked right over. They ain't stopping sometimes, you know what I mean? with the bigger artists. Some people have to get press, you know what I mean? And they're going to stop at each and every one. I feel like even as a celebrity, you should, because everybody's been on that other side where they just hoping that, you know what I mean, they can get a moment of somebody's time. So.
And did you ever like faced any like pressure? Because you know you have to be ready with your questions like immediately.
Yeah, pressure. So I almost forgot all my questions when I met Tyler the Creator. Like I
saw that.
I was waiting for that interview, and he came out last. We didn't even think he was coming.
Wow.
And he wasn't doing. He walked by 10 people, and he stopped with me. And I was like, oh my God. Because usually if you see people come in and they're talking, okay, now I got my questions, now I got this and that. He just was walking by people, and then he was like, he came right over to me. And I was like, yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I wanted to ask him, because he was like nominated for Album of the Year. He actually won. It was just other questions that I wanted to ask him that I could not think straight. Then he's like, oh, your outfit's fire. And I'm like, I can't think straight now.
Now you do too much, Tyler.
But, yeah, it was like kind of just throw me off. Because like I said, he literally walked by like 10 media outlets and he stopped at mine, and I just wasn't, I didn't even think I had shoes on. Like I had heels on the whole time. He was literally the last person to walk. And I had shoes on. I had took them off. Like I don't even know if I had shoes on when he came down. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Crap.
That's crazy.
So that was great. That was great.
Right, that's crazy. And like, did you like work there for a long period of time, or?
I did Hip Hop Weekly probably. Ooh, man, maybe this before COVID, because we were doing interviews online. I was interviewing like Jim Jones and Lil Meech, BMF. Like we were doing interviews because COVID was like kind of still going on.
Right.
So yeah, years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
and then also you did work for the 93.7 WBLK.
Oh, WBLK, yeah.
How was that experience too?
It was wonderful. I started out as an intern. I'm like, I want to be on the radio. I used to call the radio every single night. Yeah, let me do my shout outs. And let me introduce this song. Like I'll be calling the guy who was working all the time. Like, yo, put me on. So it became where, I'm calling every day. Now they know who I am. Then they had an opportunity. Hey, we're looking for interns. Boom, I got in. And then I ended up getting hired. I interned for, I want to say, almost 2 years before I actually got hired and was on air and, was able to host a show and stuff like that. Yeah. So interning, well, they don't call it intern anymore because it's like, I can't even think of the term that they call it now, but they definitely don't call it intern anymore. It's like they don't want people using people for, free labor. So it's it was a great experience, but that's how I came in. And sometimes you're not going to get paid. Know your worth, but sometimes you're not going to get paid for certain things. Sometimes you have to do stuff for free. Sometimes you have to do stuff for the, the connection.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's where like a lot of people usually get the job they want. It's like you show them, okay, I'm capable of working, even if you're not paying me, but I'll show you my worth.
Definitely. Know your worth, but then on the flip side, you have people who will use you to the ground. So just got to be mindful of that too. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. So, and as you know, we all face challenges. We're all human beings, What challenges did you face throughout like your career? Let me say, just coming up as a female artist, and also working at the radio, working at Hip Hop Weekly. Those are all different steps that you took. What challenge did you face, and how did you overcome them?
I'm still going through challenges. I'm still overcoming challenges. I'm telling you, because it's like, you are going to get a bunch of no's before you get the yes that you're looking for. Or some people live to never get a yes. That's the scary part. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the biggest thing is mental health. Mental health is the biggest challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find your inner peace. Trying to, survive and keep your head above water when you're like, everything is going wrong and I'm drowning, like knowing that you are loved and you are valued, like just knowing your worth, knowing your self-worth, doing stuff that makes you happy, doing stuff that brings you peace and solace. So that's the main thing. I feel like mental health, those are the challenges. I feel like everybody faces them. Like, am I good enough? Am I not good enough? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? So, and like patting yourself on the back. You're not where you were last year. You're further than where you were. So it's kind of like I feel like those are challenges we have to overcome. knowing like, hey, give yourself some credit. Don't be so hard on yourself, but also be accountable. Oh, I'm being lazy. I'm not working as hard as I should be. Those are the challenges I'm facing.
And you know, growing up in a black household, did you kind of like get the support you needed while you was going through your mental health?
Oh yeah,
issue?
I was so blessed. I had parents, and even though they weren't together, they had broke up when I was young. They are the best parents I could ever ask for. Wow. I've seen some of my friends' parents and people just I went to school with and things like that, and how their parents were maybe on drugs or just not in the house or constantly working or chose men over, you know what I mean, their kids. Like, it's so many situations that I saw. My parents are truly amazing. I have a very close circle. My sisters, my mom, my dad, we have very, you know what I'm saying, the very tight circle. Very tight. And some people say they envy that. They think that's great. Because I didn't know. Some people don't have tight relationships with their siblings or parents. We are extremely tight. I talk to my mom and dad probably every single day. My sister, I talk to her every day, probably 5 times a day. So yeah, my family is always supportive. Sometimes I'd be like, y'all, is that really good? Or y'all just hyping me up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest, like, I want different things so bad, but for success for me, what I'm realizing is how my family actually views me. If they feel like I'm doing a great job, if they feel like, man, you're incredible, like that's what the people who are most important to me, how they look at me is, you know what I'm saying? What I feel like is success.
Right. And how do you look at mental health in the black community in terms of like how men and women are supported? Because a lot of times, I mean, I'm African, you know, so where I'm from is like mental health, it's pointless. When you're going through mental crisis, it's like they think you're crazy. Like, it's something that just came from either they kind of use the term voodoo, like, you know, where like men can't even express their emotions, you know. So like a lot of times when you meet like an African man, they're more likely to just handle things on their own, you know, like kind of battle their battles. Like, how do you look at it in terms of like how men or women are supported in the black community?
I feel like everybody, they don't really take mental health serious, because just even growing up back in the day, oh, you don't show your feelings, oh, we don't talk about this, we brush this under the rug, we don't say anything, like, you know what I mean, you have to hide it. But it's like now, like, people are killing themselves, people are killing each other. It's like you have to talk about these things. Find somebody, a friend, a family member, a journal, get that stuff out. You should not have to keep how you feel inside. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like seek help if you need it, but all the time you don't have to go to a counselor or a therapist. Sometimes that's not the best decision. Sometimes they have no idea what you're going through, and they're sitting there just writing stuff on a paper. So it's like you got to figure out what, like I said, brings you that peace. Working out, exercising, talking to a friend, yoga, I don't know, but going in the studio.
Right.
But mental health definitely needs to be talked about. They brush it under the rug in the black community, and I feel like you know, some even down to like the high school level in the schools, there should be more therapists and more counselors, because a lot of people, especially kids, are going through things, and if they don't know how to cope with it as teens, they, you know what I mean, it could be a disaster for them as adults. So I feel like, yeah, people, they think, you know, you have to have different coping mechanisms. Like, you have to know what can help you, I guess. It's hard. It's so hard, because it makes me think about all the people who are really like battling that stuff. And you know, and guys have feelings too. I just want to say that, because some people don't think that men actually have feelings, and I think that's really sad. Like, people really, you know, kind of treat guys or kind of any kind of way sometimes. So I feel like you guys, and then like you say, if you cry, it's a joke, or you know what I mean, you hold it, you got to hold it in, and it's like that can make somebody go crazy. Right. So guys have feelings too. That's all I want.
Guys have feelings too.
Guys have feelings too. And there's a lot of good guys out there.
Yeah, have you ever encountered like a man that was going through something, and how did you help them? If so.
I feel like if a guy is going through something and somebody that you actually care about, like, be there. Let them talk, let them vent, be there to support them. You know what I'm saying? any way you can help. It could be cooking somebody a meal. It could be, hey, I was at the store. I'm on I could bring you some ice cream. I don't know.
Right.
But
no, that's true. Even something ice cream will help.
Or just an encouraging word. Hey, I support you. I believe in you. You're great. You're doing a good job. Like, people around you, support them, love them, tell them how proud of them you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's important.
And how do you feel like as a black woman? Do you feel like men do support you as a black woman? And let's speak like in general, like, do you think black men support black women?
I would hope so. I try to judge people by the person. You know what I'm saying? I try not to clump everybody together in a group. I really try not to do that. But
right.
A lot of black men and women are struggling all together. So they're like, they try to, they climbing on each other, push each other down to get up. It's like, it's the competition instead of the collaboration. Like, if you have a partner, y'all should be working collaboratively together to build it up. I feel like I wouldn't want to be dating in this generation. Like, this is wild. Like, I can't believe the amount of, people who fake like, I like you, I don't like you, I'm gonna use you, you gonna use me. Like, it's just so crazy now.
Right.
But I feel like if you have a partner or somebody, like you said, you're dealing with, or just work together collaboratively. How are you gonna build anything?
Right. I mean, which is true. I don't know if you watched this one video from Chris Rock. He kind of like said, if you have a couch and you have a man and a woman, he said one person can't really move the couch. You need two people to work together to move that couch, which in terms of like relationships, like you said, competition will not get you nowhere. Like, you gotta collaborate.
Should be collaborating, should be supporting each other.
Right.
Standing side by side, one complements another. I don't feel like, some people feel like I feel like they together. Like, of course you're gonna allow him to lead, but you could be side by side. Like, they need you. They need you. They really do. If a strong woman has incredible influence over her man. Right. She can make him do pretty much anything.
That's a fact. And let's talk about just you, a woman in general. Like, there's times where you have to perform, there's shows that you have to perform at or whatever, or you want to perform at certain shows, not just people calling you over to the shows, but you're looking to perform like at a certain show. Do you get to face like difficulties trying to like get those people to put you on that stage? Or
oh yeah, this game is payola. Like, if you're gonna pay, they'll probably put you on that stage.
Right.
If you pay.
But as a woman, like, did you ever face any difficulties just because you're a woman, and compared to like some man who wants to perform and they instantly get that spot?
I guess you could say that. I mean, money talk. I feel like all my things is money. Guys are gonna pay. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you $5,000 to open up. I'm gonna pay you $3,000. I'm not paying that. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect,
right?
Because half the time, sometimes the artist is not even there. Sometimes the crowd, they're waiting for the artist. They don't really want to hear what you got to say.
Right.
It might not be. You might not be. I want to open up for this show so bad, but it's not a show that I should be opening up at. Like, it might not be a boom bap show. It might be something where they want to turn up City Girls, and I can't go rapping boom bap. It's gonna be like, does it even make sense? I mean. But of course, who doesn't want to be on a Summer Jam stage, Hot 97 Summer Jam, or something in Philly, or, they just canceled Made in America, or they rescheduled or whatever. But those kind of stages, Rolling Loud, of course, like, but it's you got to pay, or, hopefully somebody sees something in you. And as a woman, you have to be careful in this industry because, guys are going to be coming at you like crazy.
Like crazy.
So you have to be able to be like, keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of time, guys don't want to keep it professional. And most of the time, if you don't want to do anything with them, then they won't work with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it has been harder for me. I had to take the stairs because that wasn't
like that?
Of course.
How did you handle it?
I'm still, you see me still struggling though. You know what I'm saying? You see me still on the come up, like, nah, but like I said, sometimes people, they if you don't, I mean, the situations may not be right. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I know, sir, I need to put more songs out. I know I need to be doing more tours and merch. Like, it's certain things I know. So I can't say, oh, they didn't sign me because, You know what I mean?
Right.
But men definitely, they try to, you know what I mean, persuade you or sway you into not being professional. But I've always operated with integrity. My parents, they raised me well. So I've never had to be like, oh, I have to sleep around to get what I want or get somewhere. Right. And that's why I'm so respected where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never had to do that.
All right, that's respect. I mean, shout out to you though. Shout out to you because, I mean, yeah, you're right. Because there's one female rapper, I believe is Lotto. Mm-hmm. She kind of like spoke on. She said that she wasn't able to do like. I mean, some artists wasn't able to give her the feature
because they wanted to have sex, I'm sure.
Right.
And some guys, like, they really get offended if you don't like want to be with them because they're so used to everybody throwing themselves at them or getting whatever they want that when somebody says, no, I'm here for work, they're offended by it. And but that's fine. That situation wasn't for me. We're not supposed to work together. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely take pride in it looks like, because I can't tell you the amount of stuff that people think about me because of how I dress or where I'm at and who I'm with. It's crazy. The moment you take a picture with somebody or a video with somebody, you're sleeping with them. It's really kind of sick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know, I let some people be idiots.
That's crazy. And also, like, how do you handle their criticism? Sorry.
I don't care about it. I don't. Like I said, my family knows who I am. The closest people to me know who I am. So those people's opinions don't matter. I mean, like, one thing I will say, don't go down the rabbit hole reading IG comments because that can you got people there specifically to sabotage you. You got people there specifically to take away your monetization. You know what I mean? You got people just with 10 followers spamming everybody. I hate Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z's trash. Like, it's people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. It doesn't make sense. So you cannot worry about what other people think of you. I had to learn that. But I mean, honestly, as a kid, I always ran with my own pack. I never tried to fit in. I was always like, I knew who I was.
Right. You ever came across any like hateful comments
every day,
like on your social media?
Every day I have a stalker who makes fake pages and takes old pictures from 10 years ago and puts them up. And
how do they even get to those pictures?
Because they're on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? They're on whatever social media platform, like, look, you was on an old YouTube page, like, right. So some people I know, like, from this area that are just haters, and some people are all over the internet, like, I don't know who. But it's like, why follow me or why be on my page? It's crazy. Right. TikTok, I'm on TikTok. So you get a lot of people. People are just, be kind, people.
Speaking on haters,
I just block and delete. I don't even. I used to engage. I lost my money, because Facebook and different social media sites pay you. But when I'm coming back at these people now, I'm bullying. So it's like, oh, you're bullying. We're not going to pay you. Right. Take your monetization. So yeah, I completely block and delete. It's like, it's gone. I don't even care. You don't exist. You do not exist to me.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
All that negative energy, block.
I just focus all on the positive, like people who do support me, people who do leave great comments. I try to leave them comments. I try to reply to all the comments. Like, I really try to engage. And I feel like even if I got to the next level, I would try because I know how it is to come from the bottom. So
definitely. Speaking of like connections and everything, I've seen you with Benny the Butcher. How did your relationship start?
Oh, Benny. So we've all been rapping for a very long time. We were like teenagers. Everybody was young coming up rapping. So I've known him, Conway, West Side, for many, many years. And I'm so happy to see like them doing their thing. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's great for the city. I think it's shed some light on, you know what I mean, what's coming out of here. Right. And it's incredible what they've been able to do in the music industry.
Is there any collab coming?
Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. They are well respected in the game, so they do have to be mindful with who they throw feature, whatever. I mean, like, they're gonna throw their boys features, they got artists that they're working with. So hopefully, one day I will get mine. I know they see me, they always tell me, they always show me love. Those are my guys. Like, they always, if I want to come to an event, come through. Like, if I want to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever, okay, let her rock. So it's like, I know where I have to step up my work ethic at. So, those guys got hundreds and thousands of songs on streaming. So I know where I have to step my stuff up. So, they see me though. They see me. They know. They say I gotten better, and just different conversations I've had with them. Like they see me. Oh, that song is fire. Like
that's legit. That's legit. And when they bring you around, like, what do you do for yourself in order for you to kind of like network and like put yourself out there?
It's crazy because
it's very important.
Everybody that even their entourage, like, we've all known each other. Everybody knows each other. We've all been around each other for so long. But like, for example, last night I met DeMar Hamlin. That was freaking dope. He's on the Buffalo Bills. That was awesome. So it's like, yeah, you have to get out there and go to these events, shake hands, hey, who I am. I mean, most of the time, like when I come in the room, my presence, people like they see me. Right. So it's like how you carry yourself and how you conduct business, and you figure out what you want to get. Do you want to get some videos? You want to get some numbers and some emails? You want to get some producers? Like, you got to figure out what you want to go in there for and go for it.
And go for it. Yeah, definitely.
Don't be scared and have confidence and know, hey, you might get put on the spot. It's been certain times where people are like, oh, I want to hear something.
Hey, you just go for it.
It's crazy. Like, you got to that's crazy. Like, you got to be ready. So, it'd be those type of opportunities.
So it's just like, just for like an advice for any artist, that gets that kind of like opportunity to step.
You better do it.
Just be ready,
Or you're going to look stupid, or it's going to be like, oh, you capping. Right. Be ready. It's hard. It's hard to be ready.
Be ready, man, or they're going to be like,
stop the cap.
Yeah, they're going to be like, you capping. Like, what
too
you
much,
doing?
Man. You're doing too much, right? So let's look at you now. I mean, you're coming up, you're hustling, basically not like you're sleeping less hours because you're trying to make it, you're grinding. What kind of like, what advice would you have for the young women that's in the same path as you, that's wanting to to succeed either in their music career or just anything in general?
What would I say? Have a schedule. Like, I get up probably 5 a.m., you know what I'm saying, almost every day to go to the gym, to start my day. I'm up very early. So have a schedule. Put time in there for the things that need to be done and things for yourself. You gotta love on yourself. You gotta put stuff in, even if it's I'm gonna get a pedicure today, or I'm gonna, I'm gonna go to the water and just lay in the grass. I don't know. Just put stuff in there for yourself. And as far as with women in the industry, I recommend you do not sleep around. That is super important. This is like a high school. Everybody's gonna tell everybody. Everybody's gonna talk. You won't make long-term connections doing stuff like that. And whatever, I'm not saying if it hasn't worked for other people, but I just know what I know. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bit major thing. I would say do not sleep around in the industry. Stand your ground, and you know what I mean, keep your respect, and you'll be around a lot longer, I should say.
Right, that's a fact. I mean, shoot.
But it's some popular hoes too. So drop the bomb on that too.
It's some popular hoes.
It's some popular hoes. What works for you?
Which popular hoes you know?
Okay, popular. Okay,
drop some names.
Damn, should we say? Damn, is it right to call women hoes? Look at me. I just,
Amber Rose.
She was the first person that popped in my head. I don't know if I saw, because I just seen a thing with her.
Why everybody with the name Rose? Ruby Rose.
I mean, some people use, because everybody knows what everybody wants.
Yeah,
Everybody wants it. So some people use that to their advantage. And if that works for you, it works for you. But guys, don't be out there getting mad that somebody doesn't want to date you or sleep with you. Like, if you don't want to work with them, you don't want to work with them. But like, to be mad or be like,
yeah, stop being petty, man. Stop being petty.
Very tender. Very tender.
And if you could go back, right? This is for you though. Like, if you could go back in time, what piece of advice would you give yourself? I mean, when you were starting out.
Leave town. Start your business. Those two things. Become an entrepreneur. Don't get trapped. I mean, I can make what in an hour what I would make in a day. You know what I mean? You'll get stuck in a job doing that. Like, you really So that was my main thing. I would have started my businesses a little sooner, a little earlier, probably be a multi-millionaire by now. So I would have started my business, and I would have went to a bigger city. I would have left. I really regret not leaving. I'm still planning on getting out of here, but starting my business and moving and relocating to another city. My one of my sisters live in New York City, so she's doing her thing out there.
So you will move to New York City, or where else?
I personally want to leave America soon. I would love to go to like Brazil or Indonesia or
what?
Yeah,
really?
I would leave America
To go to Brazil
and live.
Damn. Okay.
I would like that. If I can't do what I want to do, even if I was to get older and retire and I had all this money, I would still try to go.
Go to Africa, man.
I would love to go to Africa.
Go to Africa.
I've never been.
You have to.
I think so. I do these pool parties, sink or swim. I don't know if you ever see me post these pool parties. They go viral all the time.
Oh, you ain't invite me though.
Oh, we just had one in Atlanta last week. I got to invite you to the next one. Now it's the weather. Yeah. But we're supposed to be going to Africa in December, supposedly. We haven't got all those trips together, but I think we're supposed to go to Ghana. So I'm super excited. If that goes down, like if that deal goes through, we're out. Like
it's going to be fire. Africa is legit.
But would you live there?
I would live. I mean, I was born in Africa.
Right. But but you're here. So would you go back and live there?
Oh, hell yeah. I would go back. But since I already know and I already have family there, it's like I just want to travel the world. You see me? Like, because if I go to Africa, I have a place to stay. Mm-hmm. If I come here, I have a place to stay.
Yeah.
So my goal is to just travel the world, trying to like explore almost everywhere else,
Yeah, that's what I say. Get out, leave your hometowns. I recommend everybody like, oh, you can make it here. No, not really. You can't. I'm just going to be honest. This is a very small town. It's a very poor town. The opportunities that come here leave after they're done. There's no real set foundation for... I mean, they're trying to do the movie studios. They're trying to do big recording studios, and it's
not given.
So I would say get out of here. But yeah, I can't. I really want to go to Africa. I can't wait. But I'm like, I would love to leave America after 50 or something like that.
Right.
50, leave America. But right now, maybe Atlanta or Houston. Phoenix was crazy. LA, like there's so many places I would love to. I don't know where my end game would be, but it's probably not any of those places. But I would love to live there.
Right. I mean, good luck with that, because I know it's on the way. You sound very much like a person that speaks things into existence based on like your work ethic.
Thank you so much. I'm trying. I'm really. And I got to even stop getting out of saying that I'm trying. No, I'm doing.
You're doing.
I'm actively pursuing. So. Yes, it's up.
Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Michelle Visa.
Yeah, that was so fun.
This was a very interesting topic. I mean, interesting episode.
You like it?
I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it though?
I did.
All right.
Yeah, my cup, I'm gone. Everything's gone.
All
like,
right, cheers though. Cheers to many more. Maybe let's look upon to another episode in the future. Appreciate your time. It's like 10 p.m. right now.
Is it?
Just
okay.
Think about it, man. Like she really came at 10 p.m. to shoot an episode. That means a lot.
Yeah, he hit me up. I'm like, I gotta come through. I saw your page. I'm like, he's grinding. Yeah, I'm going through.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. The grind don't stop. And let's keep in touch. Let's stay in touch.
Yeah, we locked in now.
Yeah, locked in for sure. All right. So we about to be out of here. I think we should end with your song. How about that?
You gonna do that song? Should we do another song? I should have told you. So,
It's on Spotify, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. You can look up. I might have to type it in for you. But yeah, I'm dropping a new song too called Shopaholic. It's with my bro Goose. Goose, by the way, he's on drum work with Conway. So we've got a song coming out. We're shooting a video this week in Toronto. So that's where I'm going tomorrow.
Good luck with that.
I'm excited.
Swipe Talk.
No, I don't want to do that one.
What song?
Let's do. Go to Mona Visa. See, I should have put this in there. And the thing is, guys, I got so many different pages. I'm in a group. I'm in a group too. Like
that's legit.
I'm in a group. Shout out to Mona Visa. Shout out to Juicy Monet. I'm in a group. I'm in a rap group. So it's let's see. What do we want to play?
You gonna get copyrighted or no?
I don't know. I really don't. What is?
If we get copyrighted, I'm gonna hit you up.
So no.
So you can fix it.
See, I don't have Spotify. How do I do this? How do you get to the album?
me see. Let's see.
So we should have just
the
played
album,
"Love You
right?
Better." That was that's a feature. Yeah, check, that was the album. See, and we would
What's
be
the
they would
album?
be
What's
like
the name?
Our Daily Bread. They'd be like, cut it.
Our Daily. Okay. What's the song?
I don't know, something off of that album. Oh, let's play that. What Mean the World?
Let's go.
Yeah. These bitches only know basic shit, you know? The world is bigger than that. You gotta get your priorities straight, you feel me?
What mean the world to me? Passenger in a foreign V. Flawless diamonds and exotic trees. With my rich king, no IG. Island hopping in the clear blue sea. Making love on jet skis. When you have your own chicken, these niggas less appealing. And if you ain't worth $1 million, I don't want your opinion. I done seen everything. Murder to drug dealing. Good girl turn villain. Listen, it's Visa, y'all can't swipe shit. Bitch, I'm on point. I'm sharp as an ice pick. Flow tight as some vice grips. Wagging with nice lips. These fuck boys can't pipe this. Smoke a bitch, nigga is a must. Might fuck his brains out, then blow his brains out when he busts. In this 9 is all I trust. And it's family over everything. All we got is us.
What mean the world to me?
Catching ops.
What mean the world to me?
Smoking out, taking shots.
What mean the world to me?
Killing bitches, what's the plot?
Y'all know the fuck it is. Tell me that the goal is mine, I'm in the field. The only way to be the best is practice, then you make the kill. No passing to these bitches cause they lack the skill. But yet they wanna copy, trace my hobbies, lines you never feel. Let's talk for real, I'm never underrated. They ain't hit me yet, let me hit this home run and curve these frauds. Give me the bet, I pass the best, no holding back the damage I'ma cause with these words is crucial.
Damn, it's giving me that. Who's that female rapper that?
Oh,
There's this one film. She used to beef with Nicki Minaj.
Foxy, Lil Kim.
There's Lil Kim. There's
Nicki Minaj got beef with a lot of people. I did meet her one time, and she was jive, like kind of rude. I think she might have been tired. It was like off of. She was definitely. They were on tour, and she was the stage. The set was over. She had this hair standing straight up, and I know she's probably tired, so she's kind of rude, but she got beef with a lot of people.
she got So let's leave it like that. But that
yeah,
song was
like that.
That song was calm. You know,
that's called
calm.
What Mean the World to You, and those are the soul. I love doing the soulful kind of beats. Like that's so fun to me. But I know that those type of songs won't always sell. Like those, that's not a F and F. That's not a what's her joint? Booty Hole Brown. That's not, you know what I'm saying? So it's like majority of people just want to be entertained. They don't want to like.
They don't want to sit down.
They don't be
a lot of people
educated.
don't like staying in the house too. You know, because this type of music kind of like helps you chill, relax, and kind of like get the words, like let the words like sink in.
Yeah, this is the type of music I ride and listen to. Like I ride and listen to Griselda and Rome Streets, and I still like all the other artists too. I like Lil Baby. I like Annalie Choppa. Like I like other artists. I listen to other things, but I like the shit that make me get in my head and think and grind and roll out, like ride in, like you said, or stay in the house and kind of just think of a master plan. Like I'm not really the turn up kind of girl. I may look like it, but I'm not. Because they judge you.
Don't judge a book by its cover,
yeah,
man.
they judge you. Or like I
Facts.
hate the club, guys.
But yeah, man, this is Michelle Visa on East Sleep and Child Podcast, man, with your one and only host, Glory Boy, and we out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you did enjoy this, don't forget to come back for more. All right, we out of here. Let's go. It was good.